It's me again. We're making Snickers Cheesecakesicles today, and this is some partially melted butter that I'm going to use to grease the inside of the mold so the cheesecake doesn't stick. Once you're finished, you can just set that to the side. It doesn't have to go in the fridge or anything. Just set it to the side while you make the batter. And for the batter, it's 8 ounces of cream cheese and a fourth cup of sugar. And y'all, I'm so tongue tied today, but that's okay. I'm not changing this video anymore. I'm tired of editing it. Ugh. Anyway, scrape the bowl. Always scrape that bowl. And we're gonna add some vanilla. Now I made a lot of mistakes in this video. This is one of them. So I would say add a half a teaspoon of vanilla instead of a whole. I added a whole teaspoon and my cheesecake came out too dark. So just a half a teaspoon. And this is 2 tablespoons of sour cream. I'm going to put the recipe in the box below so y'all don't have to listen to my annoying voice over and over to get the recipe. And then make sure you mix that well. And always scrape your bowl after every mix. And I like a denser cheesecake, so I add 2 eggs. And I know I've said this before, but if you like a more creamier cheesecake, 1 egg will be perfectly fine. Make sure all of your ingredients are at room temp. And always scrape the bowl again after every mix. And here I'm adding 2 eggs. And yes, I did them both at the same time. Nobody can tell me nothing else. I'll do what I... No, I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, go ahead and mix that together. Make sure everything is mixed well. And then again, scrape the bowl. And you're just going to get your cheesecake mold or the popsicle mold. And I just used a spoon and added maybe a tablespoon and a half of batter in each. But I fill mine to the top, so just fill it to the top. Or if you're kind of cautious about filling it all the way up, you can fill it like 3/4 of the way. If you want to be extra careful, that's cool too. So we're gonna fill these up and we're gonna bake these at 325. I baked them for, what was it, 18 minutes. You see they puff up when you take them out of the oven, and I let them sit on the counter, and here they went back down. So no worries, they're gonna go back down. And I let them sit on the counter and cool for about 30 minutes, and then in the fridge for a couple of hours. And here I have 4 pieces of chocolate almond bark, and we're gonna melt that with a heaping tablespoon of vegetable shortening. And again, I just melted that. I wanted a thin consistency because I did not want thick chocolate over the cheesecake because I wanted to be able to taste everything. So here we have them out of the fridge. Just gonna flip them over just like this, and that's what they look like on the bottom. And I took a paper towel and just simply cleaned out the silicone mold, which is one of the things I love about silicone molds. They are so easy to clean. And I'm just going to put some chocolate in the bottom. And I'm just going to make sure it's covered at the bottom and around the sides. And I'm doing this so that I won't have to dip my cheesecake or turn it over or anything like that. It'll already be covered on the bottom. And you'll see why I'm doing this. Now, if you have an easier way, please do it. And please let me know because I did a lot of work. And I was trying to make this video as short as possible, but that was impossible. Get it? I'm sorry, yeah, that was corny. Anyway, we're going to stick the cheesecake back in there while the chocolate is still melted. Now, here comes another mistake that I made. I put the stick in before putting the chocolate in the fridge, and a lot of the chocolate came out. So I would say less chocolate inside the mold before you put the cheesecake in, because I also waited to let it cool before I put the stick in the last two, and it broke the chocolate. So you just have to make your best guess on that one. But I would say just a little chocolate in the bottom. I might have put too much. Here we have caramel bits that I'm going to melt. I used about a quarter of the bag. I didn't measure. I don't measure everything. But next time I do it, because I will be doing these again, I will measure so I can get y'all the correct measurements. And I'm going to put the recipe again in the box. And this is just some water that I'm adding to it. And I'm setting up here so that I can... So again, here I'm just setting up so that I can put the caramel on top of the cheesecakes. And that way I can pour it on there. And here you see the melted caramel chips or bits. And I added salted peanuts to mine because I like the sweet and salty taste of it. So I added salted peanuts, just stir it around in there. And then we're going to get the cakesicles out of the refrigerator. And here you see how it's already coated on the back, so I don't have to do any dipping. That's the reason I put the chocolate at the bottom. I was kind of smart right there, somewhat. So we're gonna get these set up, and I'm just gonna take a spoon and put some caramel and peanuts on it. Now, here's another mistake I made. The caramel was still a bit too thin, so I should have made it thicker because as you can see it's falling all over the cheesecakes, but that's okay. It's my first time making it, and it was just for us to taste and see how they would do. So and as a matter of fact, they are winners. They are really, really delicious. And if you ever look at the Snickers bar, they have that little vein at the top. I was trying to get that right here, but yeah, that didn't work out either. So yeah, I just had to just go ahead and cover it because yeah, I made a lot of mistakes, but I'm proud of them because, like I said, you'll know what not to do, and I know what not to do next time. So we're just gonna cover them with some chocolate, and you can do it with a spoon, like I am right here, which to me takes a bit longer. But if you have to watch how much chocolate you using, then I would say use a spoon. Um, but I'm gonna just pour it on the other ones here, and just have fun with this. It's just for fun. It was not to be pretty or anything. It was literally for the taste of it, and they were super freaking delicious, and they were gone in less than 5 minutes. I kid you not. And here I'm just pouring the rest of the chocolate on there, and we're gonna put these back in the fridge and let those sit until that chocolate sets. And this is still the same chocolate that I used to coat the bottom. It was no different chocolate. And here you see the chocolate has set. Now, another mistake that I made. I did not temper this chocolate correctly. You will see swirls in there, and that's okay. It could be the shortening. I'm not sure. I'll have to get educated on that one. But I'm going to cut it. And here you can see a little caramel, a little cheesecake in the place of the nougat. Nougat. I don't know. But look, they're so freaking delicious. That is